Have you ever stopped to think about how many songs are about love or relationships? You ever wondered why in even the most thrilling of action movies there's always some kind of romantic subplot going on? You ever thought about why we're so obsessed with finding our perfect partner, somebody to fall in love with, finding someone that loves you and knowing that you are loved is something really, really deeply, deeply human. Love is so important. To understand the real depth of this passage, we have to understand who these teachers and Pharisees were that were asking Jesus this question. This is a group of people who are trying to demonstrate their relationship with God, their following of God through their actions. They have created a system of rules and regulations to follow, to try to be as holy as they possibly can. How they dress, the clothes they wear, the language they use, the food they eat, the things they do are all controlled as they try to conform to this path of righteousness to bring themselves closer to God. So when they asked Jesus, tell us which are the most important laws, which are the most important rules and regulations to follow. It's astoundingly challenging and countercultural in the response that he gives them. He doesn't talk about the things that they need to do. He talks about an attitude. He talks about love. He tells them to love God with all their hearts, or their minds, or their souls, every ounce of their being, to love God. And then he tells them to love their neighbours, the people around them. And he tells them to love themselves, to not be hard on themselves, to not be damaging on themselves, to not put themselves down and to limit themselves because they want to love other people and love God more, but to balance those three things out. It's like he's turning the world on its head. They're living a way of life where they're trying to do things in order to build relationship with God and build relationship with each other. And he's saying, start with a relationship. Love each other. Be kind to each other. Be generous to each other. Be kind to yourself. Be generous to yourself. And when you start with that attitude of loving him, loving each other, and loving yourself, everything else flows out of that. You'll know how to live your life if your starting point is love. You'll know how to treat each other if your starting point is love. You'll know how to treat yourself if your starting point is love. You'll know how to treat the planet and the world around you if your starting point is love. You'll know how to treat refugees that turn up on your doorstep if your starting point is love. You'll know how to treat people who have different opinions to you if your starting point is love. You'll know how to live a political life if your starting point is love. You'll know how to run your business if your starting point is love. Love God in everything that you do. Love each other and love yourself.